Hello, everyone. Welcome back to College Football Corner. Joe Archino back here getting you set for Week 3 of the college football season. And without any question, the headline matchup for this weekend has to be number 3 Clemson matching up against number 14 Louisville. This is an ACC heavyweight bout, the defending champs against last season's Heisman Trophy winner. And I think we pick up right where we left off last season. This was a tremendous matchup last year. Clemson won at home last year over 42-36 over Louisville. And this year, of course, things are much different on Clemson's side of the ball, but I think we start off with Louisville. Louisville has gotten off to a great start to the season, winning their first 2 games against Purdue and North Carolina. And you heard me mention before that that last season's Heisman Trophy winner, Louisville quarterback Lamar Jackson, he's been great so far this year. He's picked up right where he left off, 771 yards, and he has tossed 5 touchdowns. And he's got the wheels to boot. He's got 239 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. I mean, Lamar Jackson is just one of those guys where he's got that lethal element of his game in both of those areas, and preparing for a player like that is just a nightmare, and I think that's something that Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney understands very well.
Lamar Jackson is unbelievable football player. He's fun to watch. He's not fun to prepare for. He's not fun to play against. I much prefer to watch him. I enjoy that a lot better. We got our hands full with this guy.
And I think, of course, when you look at Clemson's side of the ball, last season we were all so excited to see Lamar Jackson taking on Deshaun Watson. Obviously, Deshaun Watson has moved on to the NFL, so it is a new day and age for Clemson with junior quarterback Kelly Bryant. And we've seen Bryant, and a lot of analysts are kind of comparing his skill set to that of a Lamar Jackson. He's pretty big, but he's got the dynamic where he can use his legs as a weapon, and then, of course, throwing the football is, I think, where he still is going to need to work on. But I think certainly Louisville's defense is going to have to prepare for that dual threat capability. This past weekend, Clemson just got by and powered through a very good Auburn defense. I think certainly when we look at this one, Bobby Petrino, he really knows what he has to prepare for this Clemson team.
You know, when you watch Clemson play, they always have a great defense, real strong defensive front, fast linebackers and secondary, and do a really good job of playing together and playing hard. So we've got a great challenge there.
And so I think we've laid it all out. We know what we're looking at. Certainly Lamar Jackson has a lot of momentum going into this game. There is no longer Deshaun Watson on Clemson's side of the football. So we are going to be really looking at, I think, experience being the deciding factor in this football game. Clemson was home last season. They won it 42-36. Deshaun Watson had 5 touchdowns through the air, and he really was the saving grace in which was a very, very difficult matchup. But I think this year, I just look at Lamar Jackson having much more experience than quarterback Kelly Bryant. Clemson's defense is very physical. They're very strong in key areas, but I think where this game is going to matter the most is at the quarterback position, and I think in that regard, Louisville has the advantage, and they are home, which doesn't hurt as well. So I've got Louisville this weekend, but I think this should be a tremendous matchup, very competitive, 2 very good programs that just are continuing to go on the rise. But that is going to do it for this episode of College Football Corner, everyone. A huge matchup. We will be back next week with getting you set for everything in Week 4. But enjoy this weekend's action, and I'll see everybody next week.